Hi everyone. Today is another design team post for CrafTangles. They are a scrapbook company based in India, and I'll post their link below if you're interested in this paper line. This one is a 12 by 12 paper pack. It comes in 24 sheets. So for each of these designs that you see on the cover here, there's 2 of each. So I'll just flip through those quickly. I took out all the duplicates to make it go faster. So the first page has some keywords that ones use when they're pregnant. This sheet I really loved. Only the best sisters get promoted to aunt. Only the best friends get promoted to aunt. Only the best moms get promoted to grandma. I'm making this album for a friend to put all the photos from the baby shower in. So I thought these little tags were just perfect for this idea. This one's really cute with the flowers and the hearts. This is great if a pregnant mom wants to do Project Life. You have all of these little squares that can go into a 4x3 slot or can be layered into a 4x6. These little clothes are so cute. They can be fussy cut out and used as additional accents. And there's great labels for a baby album. Maybe what baby names the mom went through, announcing we're pregnant, first trimester, first glance sonogram photos, coming soon, introducing, watching you grow. Really cute. This one is a nice quote. I don't know if I'm going to use this silhouette, but I really like the quote. It says, "I loved you from the very start. You stole my breath, embraced my heart. Our life together has just begun. You are part of me, my little one." So I might try to use that part in a project. Then they give you 4 solid colors. So you get this green, a red, this blue, and a yellow. So today's project, these are the supplies I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using my Martha Stewart scoring board with the bone folder, some Aleene's tacky glue. This is bookbinding tape. I believe I got this one, I want to say this is Vicki Boutin. I know it's American Crafts. I believe it's Vicki Boutin's mixed media tape, or what do we call this? Bookbinding tape. These are flip-flap memory protectors in the 4x6 size. I had gotten this years ago when I was a consultant for Close to My Heart, and it's a great way to add additional photos inside of a project without adding too much bulk. So I'll be adding one of these to the mini album that I'm making today. I might use some red liner tape in a couple of places. When I make my mini albums, I prefer to use Aleene's tacky glue. In the past, when I've used tape, particularly in Texas, because of the humidity, my albums tend to want to come apart if I only use tape. So that's why I prefer to use wet glue in my mini albums. A pair of scissors, and then to notch a couple of places, I'm going to use my Martha Stewart circle punch. And there's going to be a few other tools to put the little wallet piece together, but I'll show those later on in the video. The background is going to be a 12 by 12 black cardstock, and sometimes this particular cardstock tends to crack on me, so in order to reinforce it, I'm going to use this tape. It tapes down semi-transparent, kind of like, let me show you an example, kind of like this. So you can still see the color through it, but you can tell there is tape there. But it does help prevent my paper from cracking so easily. So the first thing I do is just take a separate sheet of cardstock that I don't think I'm going to use from the kit. This is one, there's a duplicate, and I really only see myself using one sheet of this. So I went ahead and made my mock-up with one of those sheets of scrapbook paper. So this is going to be like a clutch album. It'll look a lot better than this. This is just a mock-up to get sizing. So what I do is I just take it and then kind of guesstimate where everything's going to be. So I'm going to have some flip outs. These are a couple of envelopes. These are some of the cutouts. And here's that close to my heart flap that I'm going to add in here so she can add some more additional photos. So now if I open this up, you can see that it was originally a 12 by 12. So why I do this is it makes it a lot faster for when I'm finally ready to start my actual project to know where I want all my score lines. Now, for this project, I do want to have some overhang in order to be able to flip over on top of my cardstock to make some reinforced areas. So I'm going to be adding some tabs on the sides of this piece here as well as this piece here that's not on the original mock-up. But if you want to pause the video and see the measurements, you're welcome to. I will try to make sure to put all of these measurements on my blog so that it's easier for you to replicate this project if you want to. So just real quick, it's the first flap is actually cut in 3 inches, and then at the 9.5 inch mark on, I'm sorry, 2.5 and 9.5. And then I came down here to the 3 inch, and then I came up here to 7.5 inches. Then I trim this portion very slightly just so that I have room to be able to create a flap. This is where I will be adding some of this bookbinder's tape. It's going to go on this fold, this fold, this fold, and down here. This I created a gusset down here so that everything can fit when I close it. So you'll see I have about I think this is a 1/2 inch gusset on the bottom of this project. Okay, so let me start scoring. So I'm going to create the closure for this by using these We Are Memory Keepers eyelets. They're called the wide eyelets, and I'm using the lightest color of green. So I measured the width and it's 7 inches. So the middle would be 3.5. And then I'll be able to use my We Are Memory Keepers crocodile. The nice thing is you have a ruler on this crocodile. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to make it at the 3.5 inch mark. So now when I move it, my hole is perfectly lined up at 3.5 inches. And you can kind of eyeball it and see where it's landing. Okay, so here's the project done. I just used some American Crafts twine and I just tied a bow. Eventually there'll be a photo right here, and so it'll anchor this thread in here and it won't come out after I glue the final picture in here. So that's going to be the group photo at the baby shower. And then here is that quote, "Only the best parents get promoted to grandparents." And it's an envelope with a pullout. So there's 2 photos can fit there, and then a third one can fit here. Here's this one, "Only the best moms get promoted to grandma." And a photo can go there. "Only the best sisters get promoted to aunt." That flips out. A photo can go here. And then also 2 more inside of this sleeve. And then the final quote, "Only the best friends get promoted to aunt." And it'll have the group photo down here of everybody. So it's a very simple project. If you liked this project, please give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to see more videos like this. So in review, this is the paper pack that I used today. It's entitled We Are Pregnant. It's from CrafTangles. That's the design team I'm on this year. And the website that sells it is HNDMD. And it's abbreviated for handmade. This is a 12 by 12 paper pack. You get 2 of every one of these sheets of paper that you see here. So check out their website. I'm linking them below. Also, the instructions for this mini album will be posted on my blog. And if you don't want to miss a post from me, please feel free to subscribe to my blog. And every time I post a blog post, you'll receive an email. I don't send any other emails. You'll just receive an email every time I have a blog post. So feel free to subscribe there, since YouTube doesn't always flag you and let you know when I've posted a video. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you next time.